Fuck me. I mean, now there's some pretty good stuff out there on the DMs Guild, Unearthed Arcana, Drive-Thru RPG, and other homebrew websites like the Middle Finger of Vecna. There's some good D&D subreddits for homebrew material, and then there's the D&D Wiki. I figured it would be fun to take a look at some of the things that you can find on this wiki. And if any of your players comes to you and they says they found a class or a race from a D&D Wiki, then please be sure to check it out and verify it, because this is just some of the stuff which is out there on the D&D Wiki, and we're going to do a bit of a clean through of that wiki page, because I know a lot of people use it and it's dangerous in many ways. Now, I don't mean to be rude to anyone that's been making this homebrew content, simply warning people that there is some shit out there. And in my opinion, if you do something shit and it might end up at someone's table because it's there out on the internet on the D&D Wiki, you should be called out on it. So this is that. And I'm not even looking today at the stuff which is on the wiki, which simply has no stats in there whatsoever, or bare minimum. And of course, I've only picked some of the bad things that are on the wiki. Of course, there's some good stuff as well for those people doing good D&D homebrew content. Fucking well done. Give yourself a pat on the back. And now let's move on and see what's out there. Alright, my friends, I present to you the Dryt. Dryt? The Dryt. It's a 5e race. So, as the meeting room becomes tense with disagreement and anger, a softly featured green-skinned individual stands and calms his companions with fascinating ease. As the orc swings down his great axe to the poor halfling, a dark pink mist fabricates a green figure. As the flash of blades, a parry, and the orc is knocked over, his great axe laying over yonder. The green-skinned mechanic finishes modifying the machine, all while ordering where the archer should strike, and now eyes for the perfect spot for the machine to do its work. I'm not sure if these are connected or if these are just kind of random sentences, you know. A fox lay yonder, and there was a bridge by it. There was a man, and it was good. There was a bush. It was green. Okay, so this is what the Dryt are, or the Dryt are. Sounds a bit suspiciously like Drizzt, doesn't it? The Dryt are highly friendly plant people with more than adequate natural weaponry. Milady, it looks like your natural weaponry there is more than adequate. Overall, their visible body structure is similar to that of humans, with exceptions depending on their subrace. Beyond their chlorophyll-colored skin, the most differentiating features are found at the Dryt's head. Overall, the noseless visage should, by all means, come across as scary and ward people away, but thanks to their heightened psychic prowess, they constantly portray an aura of utter friendliness, which causes one to enjoy their presence. No one. They also possess full heads of hair. Really? Usually of a darker green than their skin, though some have violet hair due to having a retinal instead of a chlorophyll. Okay. In their hair, Dryt have small flowers, differing in color from Dryt to Dryt. Okay, there's a lot of description amongst them. There's 4 subraces of Dryt as well. It seems like they're kind of dryads, I guess, with flowers in their hair. History of the Dryt. No one knows the history of the Dryt. They just appeared one day. Why is that so funny to me? Who's that guy over there? I know, he just showed up. What is known is that the Bast initially met other beings with caution and constantly eyed them. A natural interaction considering the protective nature of the Bast. It does sound like bust, doesn't it? It was not long, however, before stable trust was set in place between the Dryt and the other races. Okay, the Dryt live in give-to-get society among their own cities. They built cities in a day, apparently, because no one knew where they came from. And they have a state of mind when living in other cities. Generally, the positions Dryt hold correspond to their natural instinct. A Bast will usually take up guard duty. A Core will usually be head of military, etc. Regardless of this, Almost every single employment region will have one of each Dryt working at the site. Very inclusive, the Dryt. The bust on guard duty will have a core to coordinate them, an Ambran to attempt diplomacy if possible, or maybe haggle a little extra pay, and a Droy to bring supplies or act as a blocking force. In a sense, every Dryt city is made up of ecosystems of jobs, which in turn are made up of ecosystems of good friends. This sounds like the Communist Manifesto. Ever wanted to live in a society where all Dryt are good eco-friends? Hey, brother. Alright, so let's get down to the... Okay, so maybe the Dryt are a little bit silly. Maybe I've made a bit of fun about, you know, what they sound like and stuff like that. But someone's worked hard on some of that stuff, I guess. Let's get on to the actual rules. Because this can be the dangerous part in your game, right? When someone comes to your table and you're like, look, it's from the D&D Wiki. And it's like, well, that seems like a verifiable place. And then you come to this. Dryad traits. Depends on subrace. All have +1 intelligence. Age. Dryt mature after about 14 years. Regional hormone. You have a ridiculous ability. It is ridiculous. To regenerate even the most grievous of wounds. At the start of your turn, if you are below your HP maximum, roll a d20. On a roll of an 18 or higher, you regain 1 plus your constitution modifier hit points to a minimum of 1. Additionally, during a short rest, you gain 1.5 times as many hit points from your hit dice. You cannot die from being decapitated. If you have been decapitated, you just fall unconscious. No, you are not stabilized. And automatically start a short rest lasting for 30 minutes. I love that balance, you know. If you have been decapitated, you fall unconscious, but you're not stabilized, so that's balanced. After the short rest is over, you will have regrown your head, and your old one will have decayed. This only works if the short rest is not interrupted, such as being attacked. If it is interrupted, then you reset the time of your short rest. So in theory, the only way for you to die by being decapitated is someone keeps interrupting your head every 30 minutes. If any other limbs have been severed, you can regrow them during a long rest too. So it's not just your head. It's all your limbs. You only have to make death saving throws every other turn instead of every turn. Being attacked while unconscious still imposes a failed death saving throw. Fuck me. I mean, it's a psychic ability. You have a vague sense of telepathy and even telekinesis. It's okay. So this is what this is like. This is like someone is thinking out loud for like their superhero character, and he's got a vague sense of telepathy, telekinesis too. You can exude a certain aura of sensation. You can choose within 10 feet of you as an action. You can focus this sensation on either allies or enemies. You should converse with your DM what an emotion will do when used. Since there are far too many to be listed here. Yes, I know what an emotion is. Ask your DM. You have to ask your DM what an emotion is. And what it will do. So also in psychic abilities, you can also lift objects weighing no more than 10 pounds and 15 feet of you, though it takes your concentration to do so. Lungless, you can hold your breath for twice as long and cannot be suffocated by conventional means. What's a conventional mean of suffocation, I guess? I guess like a conventional mean would be like hanging someone, and an unconventional would be using like a tire. You can photosynthesize for nutrition. While in direct sunlight, you do not need to eat. You are considered full after approximately 6 hours in direct sunlight, and every hour after that provides an extra hour without needing food. See, I don't actually mind that. If you're playing like a tree person, that could be kind of cool, because the food stuff doesn't play a big mechanical role in like combat, for instance, which is where balance is needed quite often. I won't go through all of the subraces, because there are 4 of them, and they are all ridiculous. But the Ambran, improved mind reading, you are passively aware of any errant thoughts in your friends in politics. Deception checks have disadvantage against you, and you have advantage on insight checks to figure out if someone is lying. I'm passively aware of any errant thoughts in my friends in politics. What does that even mean? Now, there's a ton more that we could read through here, but I'll link it down below for you guys to enjoy. I know you can suggest edits. I'm not saying that the idea of a Dryt isn't cool. You know, Dryads are cool. Perhaps with a bit more work, this could be fleshed out. It will need severe balancing and changing. But just take this as a word of warning for D&D Wiki. You know, check out what's on there and see for yourself. If you like the video, like it, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.